Hey guys, MercRUs back with another video here. Just a quick disclaimer before I get into this one. I wanted to let you know that I recorded this back in December, mid-December, when these announcements happened. But it's been a crazy holiday season. And also a sick-ass patch came out for Bannerlord 2, so I've been playing that game quite a bit lately. I haven't been able to do a lot of things in World of Warships, and I haven't even played it much. I just now started playing a little bit more of the Spanish cruisers, trying to level that up a little bit, but yeah, I haven't really touched the game too much lately. Rest assured though, it's not because of the changes or anything. It's simply just, you know, Bannerlord has a, again, sick update, man, and I'm just playing that. And yeah, the holiday season has been awesome, so hope it's been good for you guys too, and hope you enjoy the video. Alright, also forgot to mention right there that I had been drinking a little bit, and I may have not quoted everything exactly, or described everything perfectly, or completely encapsulated my reaction and my thoughts coherently. So just give me a break when you listen to some of it. What's up guys, MercRUs back with another CV video, and in this one we are going to take out Enterprise. Yes, my beloved Enterprise. This is a top tier battle. We have 3 subs on each side and an enemy Colossus. And yeah, we have also some updates to aircraft carriers.
Oh my god! Okay, it's happening! Everybody stay calm!
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Wait.
Everybody calm down!
So you guys have probably already seen this news. You've probably already reacted to it, probably already listened to some other people talk about it. So I'm going to talk about it a little bit as a filler in between this battle. I'll be up front. This battle is basically going to be just a battleship hunting kind of game. It's just going to be kind of brutal for those battleships. So yeah, it's just kind of a filler for the background as I kind of talk about some of the changes. Also, I've been drinking a little bit. Ooh, hold on, gotta sneeze. One take. Okay. So here, we're going from North Carolina. He seems like he's going to be the most separated from these battleships right now. So we're just going to hit him. We're going to turn back and hit him again. Hopefully we can get some incapacitations or destroying of his AA so that we can revisit him here. I'm actually hoping for a fire so I can hit him with torpedoes next, which is why I took out the torpedoes here. Strangely, we do not get the fire though, so that kind of sucked. Alright, let's talk about the changes a little bit. So I don't want to cover them too in, like, recap every sentence and react to it. But let's just read the main points here. So, aircraft carrier plane spotting has too much impact. I agree. Anti-aircraft mechanics and consumables don't feel impactful enough. Okay, I guess. That's alright. Especially fighters for sure. And number 3, rebalancing spotting and anti-aircraft mechanics while ensuring the aircraft carrier remains viable in battle. Alright. And here you'll see that we're torping this Benson. I didn't want him to park in that smoke. I wanted him to keep driving out, so hopefully one of these 3 ships can shoot him. And he does keep driving here, so we're going to torp here because I know he's going to turn out. That would be the smartest thing, to get away from the allied battleships as you're being spotted. And you saw we did drop the fighter. We do hit him with a torp here. We are actually going to try and line this up. He does get our sub, unfortunately. And we are going to drop this. And let's see what happens there. Go! Alright, anyway. So, those were their 3 problems that they're trying to address here. So they got 2 different modes, travel mode and attack mode. The big thing is that AA can't hit planes when they're in spotting mode, in travel mode, only when they're attacking. So this reduces spotting in a sense from CVs. And they say this this will reduce the majority of spotting that the carrier didn't really intend to do. which I think is a little disingenuous for like the smarter CV players. Like, there's a reason why they fly over certain paths to spot these ships, but you know, spotting is a problem, so that's fine. Planes are able to travel at maximum speed in this mode. That's cool. While traveling, the aircraft carrier will only have the information provided by the spotting of allied ships. Okay. Surface ships will be able to spot enemy aircraft carrier planes during this period if it's in range, but their AA guns will not be able to engage them. So this is like the weirdest thing. So we're gonna, and again, it's a game. I understand that we should be focused on balancing as much as possible, even though that's kind of a strange thing to do when you have 5 different ship types. But anyway, yeah, that's a super weird thing that, you know, if you think about it, these planes are in the clouds or something, and they can't be seen, or they can be seen by battleships, but for some reason, the carrier planes cannot see the battleship down there. It's a very weird thing. So they're abandoning any type of rational, like, new player understanding of what would happen. It's just absurd. But it's okay. It's whatever. You know, I mean, spotting has to change, so you have to kind of remind yourself of that when you read these notes. Alright, and then the CVs are going to get a hydrophone. So, okay, that's interesting. I'll talk about all this in a second here. And then while attacking, when launching an attack, the planes will be able to spot enemy ships. At the same time, AA surface ships will be able to fire at the planes. So now everyone's AA works. And in case the aircraft carrier keeps attacking the same ship, the ship gets a rage mode, where they're stronger for a period of time, the AA. So it's going to cost you more if you want to keep attacking that same guy. And they're going to also give them the option to blind the carrier, so restrict the spotting ability of the aircraft carrier for a period of time, resulting in the inability to see and strike ships effectively that would otherwise not be spotted by allies. So very strange stuff happening here. I mean, this is like super weird, but it is what it is. And then apparently this is going to accomplish a couple of different things. So aircraft carrier spotting capabilities will decrease. Surface ships will have new tools for active counterplay against aircrafts. Aircraft carriers will be able to reach their targets faster and launch more attacks. Alright, and then our main goal is to improve the interaction between surface ships and aircraft carriers as a whole. And we don't want to reduce the overall damage capabilities of either side. So, okay. Long story short, let's just get to my reaction here. This shit is very convoluted, okay? There's not nearly enough information yet either on what this is actually going to look like. So we really have to try and reserve judgment. We can't judge it too much right now. Yeah, I mean, it raises so many questions. So, does attack mode mean the attack phase? So, when you initiate this attack with your rocket planes, is that the attack phase? Or is there a new phase where your planes, like, lower down or something to where they're now in an attack phase and now you can line up your shot and then start your attack animation? Like, I don't know what the difference is. Is there a difference? Is that what they mean? Or does it mean the attack phase? Attack mode and attack phase, are they the same? Because if they're the same, that's really freaking weird. And it raises more questions. Like, can pre-dropping be used to spot? Can I attack the water next to the enemy ship and revealing the Shima for a while? Thus, maybe it's a good idea to get an extension on my attack rocket planes, like the attack time. Yeah, it's just weird. Or entering the attack phase and not initiating the attack just overall, like what I just said. So is that able to just happen, where I can just attack the water and then it reveals the Shima that's on the way? It's just strange. It's a question. And how good is this hydrophone? That's a big one too. So this hydrophone, if it works like submarines, then good luck trying to fucking attack something in the open water. You're not going to be able to. It's going to be really fucking hard because hydrophone updates really slowly, really badly. You know, think about the AP rockets or your torpedo bombers. I mean, it's just going to be hard to fucking line up shit before you do the attack phase, especially these other carriers that need like long distance. For example, the skip bombers or torpedo bombers in general. It just all needs to. You need to be able to see the ship to orientate and adjust accordingly. Especially the MVR rockets. Like, you need to be able to see and adjust according to what the enemy ship is turning. So again, I understand the need, and this is really gonna like hurt CV attacking. But I guess for my fellow CVs out there, you have to remember that, you know, this is needed overall. And here you're gonna see I'm actually attacking this Belfast. I'm trying to knock out his fucking engines so that the Nagato can finish him off, but it doesn't work. Anyway, yeah, you gotta remind yourself, like, the changes are necessary, and I guess you're gonna have to do as much fucking work as possible while you have allies left. Because if they're isolated or over a rock or something, you no longer have that major advantage, right? Of being able to attack them and they can't do shit about it. So it's, you know, it's needed, okay? We've been bashing these people for like 5 fucking years, so, you know, it's fine. It needs to go the other way now for a little bit, I guess. Alright, so back to my other thoughts on this. So how does this help all the ships without defensive AA exactly? Because fighters are still shit. So it's like, are fighters going to be upgraded then? Are they going to have a better reaction time? Because if I see a fighter pop up in front of me 3.5 kilometers away or something, or 5 kilometers away, and I'm in slow planes like FDR, well, I'm pressing F. I have to. I'm not going to lose planes to that kind of shit. Or if I'm like low on planes and it's later in the game, you know, you're just going to press F and recall. So are fighters going to get upgraded to be able to surprise carriers? And what about all the guys who don't have defensive AA? I mean, then you have to get fighter, I guess. I don't know. It's weird. Is the solution then to just be able to catch CV planes by surprise? Because, like, I'm thinking when I play Holland, I'm gonna wait until that CV is like close, like 4 kilometers and flying towards me, and then pop defensive AA and then just fucking destroy his planes as much as I can. Or to a certain distance where the flag clouds will pop up right as, you know, limiting his reaction time. So yeah, it's just super weird. Like, it just seems like they're trying to catch CV planes by surprise more now. And I don't know if that's really the right way you're supposed to try and fix this kind of interaction. But it is what it is. I mean, you know, whatever. Again, not enough information right now. But yeah, it seems like recalling planes is still like the ultimate counter if you don't want to get wrecked by surprise defensive AA. So what does rage mode look like? That's another question I have here. Is it initiated against the one flight that's currently there? Or does it like last for 2 minutes or 3 minutes and do increased damage when enemy planes are in a certain range? Or is it specifically when a CV is attacking you? How could it possibly tell? It's just kind of weird. That said, though, it's a solution, I guess. It's a thing that kind of needs to happen for those people who get isolated, either on purpose or what. I mean, I've always kind of thought, like, you know, you need to be conscientious of where the CV is operating. So if you're like in a battleship, you need to kind of think ahead to, you know, am I the target for the CV right now? Is it the most obvious choice to attack me? But I guess they don't, you know, that gameplay, people don't like that type of decision making. So, okay, Let's just remove it, I guess, that type of thought process. And let's just have a rage mode that does increase damage. So it's fine. I mean, isolated ships just get fucked. So you have to give it to them. I think it was Flamu. I watched a couple of videos, Potatoes, Flamu, or Flames. I can't remember. I forget which one's which. I watched Rays too. Well, I think it was Flamu that mentioned that it's not in the CV's benefit to continuously attack one ship constantly anyway right now, which I disagree with 100%. Like, I mean, it can be situational, but I don't see why you wouldn't want to attack the same ship over and over, especially if you're knocking out AA on him, especially if he's isolated or doing something important, or you just want to like win the game. I mean, if you're not attacking the same ship over and over, you're just going for damage and you're farming damage, and that's, I mean, if that's what you want to do when you play a video game, then okay, but I don't know, I'm trying to win, man. Just try and kill the fucking things. Who cares? Like, stats are just can be so manipulated. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, the rage mode, there's just questions around that. And then yeah, so I guess kind of overall, holistically here, like when you think about the priorities that they listed and the concerns, I guess there's no concern about the CV player population like dropping, which is kind of odd, as that was like pretty important, like an actual bullet point in their last CV rework. They didn't want the CV population to drop, and I don't see how all this convoluted mess is supposed to be user friendly, or just be able to be understood by a new player. Yeah, and forgive me again. I'm still drinking here. Where's my drink? Hold on. Okay, I need more. Yeah, it just seems like so much more complicated than just doing the minimap spotting only for allied ships. I don't know why they don't want to do it. I mean, it's yeah, I think it was Flamu, and I will agree with him here that I think they don't want to just do what we've always been saying. I don't think they ever provided a fair response to it. The only thing I can think of is that, yeah, they just don't want to admit it. They don't want to admit it. They should fucking address this. Like, honestly, they should really address it. Because it just makes no sense. I think the closed test that they had before with the, I think it was 2 years ago, actually. Wow, 2 fucking years ago. I pulled up the devlog. There was the radio concept that they had, and I thought that was a step in the right direction. I thought that was pretty intelligent. At least a midway point to getting the minimap only spotting. That was y'all's only creative. That was y'all's creative ideas. So I think y'all should have just rolled with that shit. But instead, you want to do all these massive changes, and it just seems weird, man. Like, I don't know. I didn't want to go into this, but I guess I will. I preferred just seeing if they could do the railgun mechanic of you being able to control your AA guns, and be able to target like the flak guns, so that when you're isolated, you're able to interact and do more damage against the carrier, because your senses, you're not getting drawn your attention to something else, like getting attacked by another ship or something like that. I don't know. I really think the railgun idea would have been better. Like, giving me more control of my ship's weaponry, so I can interact versus CV player myself and be able to do more damage. And when it's too intense at the moment, then let them also be able to use priority sector. Like, have both of those options there. And in response to this, the CV player, give them different levels to go, like the submarines. So have like 4 different levels that they can move up and down in, it's a battle against the enemy player who's adjusting their flag to try and predict where you're going, on considering those 4 levels and your speed and direction. I don't know. I think that would have been better. And I think that's not my idea. I think that's Ray's. That was kind of my idea, I will say, but he articulated it better and he said it first. So let's just give him the credit. But yeah. Anyway, that's my thought on it. You know, more to come. You know, let's not try and think about it too much. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys next time. GG!